Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Book Talks with Yo. My name is Yoanna and this is the start of my writing experiment vlog. So, if you've watched my previous writing video, you probably know that I decided to challenge myself and give myself one week to write a short story. But because I wanted to spice things up, I decided to use a random plot generator that will give me all the prompts I need to create the story. And just a quick recap, if you haven't watched the previous video, what I have to work with. So, for my main character, I have a man in his 40s who is very judgmental. For my second character, I have a woman in her late 30s who is very anxious. Then for the setting, we have the story begins at an airport. The situation is a wedding anniversary is forgotten. The theme is it's a story about greed. And the character action is your character has to make some difficult compromises in order to succeed. And then I used another website like plot generator to just see some other ideas, and what popped up there was a bartender who is past prime, a bodyguard who has a poker face, and the plot is it's a contemporary romance story about how beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It kicks off near a car park with the sentence, I am learning about the important dates in history. Want to be one of them. Note that someone in the story is in denial about something important, and there is a twist. There are two rejected proposals. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to combine them and whether I'm going to use everything. Like, I will use everything from the first plot generator, but we'll see what I'm going to include from the second one. But yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes, although I'm a bit nervous because I haven't written any short stories. Yeah, I would say recently, but I don't think I've ever written a short story, like a real short story. So that will be my first time, and I'm excited to see how it goes. But now it's Wednesday, this is the first day of the writing vlog experiment, and I'm going to go for a walk now. I'm not sure where I'll start today, because I do have some other tasks to take care of later, but we'll see. I'll see you later. Hey everyone, so it is Thursday and I didn't start the story yesterday as I expected to, but it's alright because I had a very nice walk because the weather was amazing yesterday. It is sunny today as well, so yeah, I'm tempted to go on a walk again. But yeah, I woke up, it's around 11 right now. I woke up around 8 this morning, I did my workout, and then I did some work for another video, some research for another video that I have to film now. This is why I'm dressed like this. But I wanted to show you something that actually arrived yesterday. It doesn't have anything to do with the video, but I'm excited. So yeah, I finally ordered this book. Save the Cat Writes a Novel. This is the second one because the first one was more about writing plays and scripts. So yeah, I am slightly skeptical because it is very hyped, and I'm scared that it might be overhyped, but I'll check it out in another vlog and I'll tell you what I think. But yeah, this is a happy thing that I start my day with. And yeah, I will film a video now, then I have a class today later, so I'll see when exactly I'll start writing, but today we will start writing the story. So I finished the video that I had to film, and my camera died because it had no battery, so I had to wait for some time. But now I am finally ready to start working. I'm really excited to start this short story. I don't know how many ideas will pop up in my head, but there's only one way to find out, so let's just start writing. So I've been brainstorming for the last 20 minutes, not sure even if it's even 20, and I have the whole story figured out. I don't know how this happened. I just noted down all the things I know that I have to include in the story, and in the end I managed to include every single thing from both plot generators, and it actually makes sense. It's actually a story that I'm really excited to write. It's kind of inspired by the style of Anxious People, but it's solely inspired because I'm gathering 4 very different people and they're telling stories. Well, they're telling their stories. It is so exciting. I have so many good ideas. I have the whole plot figured out now. I have their motivations, I have the reasons, I have their characters figured out. I can already see them in my head and I'm so excited. Some things I found some things harder to include in the plot, but in the end it all came great. Well, at least as a brainstorm video. I'll see whether it's so good when I start writing. But yeah, I'm so excited. Now just do some other work that I have throughout the day, and probably will start writing the story later in the afternoon or in the evening. But I'm so excited. This is gonna be great. So it's me again. It is exactly 8:30, and I'm so happy because I had such a productive day. I filmed the video, as you saw. I started writing the story. Well, I planned the story, I brainstormed the story, then I worked on a DIY project. You can kind of see there, that is for another video. Then I edited another video. It was a lot of video stuff. I had a class, I studied for a bit, and now I am finally ready to sit down and actually start writing the actual story. I have an idea of how I would like to experiment with the point of view, and that is something because I have 4 characters. Like, I established that I have 4 characters now, and I want to try to write from each of their perspectives. I usually write from 3rd-person POV, so that will be new for me as well. And the whole structure of it, I'm thinking of having a paragraph like from one, then a paragraph from the other. But then with dialogues, I'm not sure how that will work with dialogues, but I'll just see as I start writing, and I'll have like line breaks between the paragraphs. Yeah, I'll just see, I'll start writing and see what happens. So I've officially started working on the story, and I have the beginning, and it's going very really good. I'm loving that character, the first character that I'm working with. As I mentioned, I am planning to use all of their perspectives, but I'll see how that goes, exactly how I'm going to formulate this. For now, I can just write the name maybe, yeah, so I know what happens the next time I pick up the story. But yeah, I'm writing from I just finished the little page that I have from the point of view of the first character. It rounded up to 2 seconds to 817 words, which is good. And tomorrow I will write the paragraph from the other character. They will appear later in the story again, but this is just setting up the scene and introducing the characters. And it is very unusual for my style. I'm writing in a very unusual for me way, but I'm loving it and I'm really excited to see what comes up tomorrow. But now I'll probably just read and relax for a bit, because I have a book I have to finish from my literature course, and I have to wake up early tomorrow as well. So yeah, I will write some more tomorrow. So it's Friday, it's currently 9:30. And I woke up around 8, I did my workout, I tidied up a bit, and listened to some of the audiobook I'm listening for this week's lectures. And yeah, now I'm ready to spend some time working on the story. I'm just gonna quickly read what I wrote yesterday and then continue. I'm planning to write for a bit more than half an hour, because then I have classes and I need to revise, and I have to go to work. But I will try to get some words in, because I'm really excited to see where I will go with this next. Hey everyone, it's 11 p.m. and I came back from work a bit ago, and I was planning to work more on the short story today, but I'm really tired. I don't think I have the mental energy to do that. So instead I'll just start a lecture that I have for this week, start taking the notes, and then I will continue writing tomorrow. But that's still okay, because I did spend almost an hour working on the story earlier today, and I got some more words in. So yeah, I'm happy with my progress, but I just don't think it would be quality writing if I try to write something more today. So yeah, I will continue tomorrow. So it's Saturday and it's actually past noon. It's almost 1:30, but I am ready to start writing now. I woke up in the morning, did my workout, and then studied for a bit. Well, studied until literally 5 minutes ago. But yeah, I had to get some things out of the way first. And now I will spend another around half an hour or 40 minutes working on the short story. And then I'll have to go to work again. But yesterday I was informed that I am going to have a slightly different week next week, because usually I work the weekend, so I work Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and during the week I have classes, but in the free time I have enough time to write. But next week I will be working every day, so I'm not really sure with this information in mind whether I'll be able to finish the short story, but I'll do my best. I will continue writing and see what happens. Yesterday I wrote the part from one of the other characters, and now I think I'm ready to move on to the third one to introduce him, and then I will just have to introduce the fourth one and then have them interact. The good thing is that the story so far is just flowing, and somehow I have the characters figured out in my head somehow. I'm really happy that this is the fact, because otherwise if it was a difficult story to write I wouldn't be able to do that right now. But yeah, I am happy with what I'm doing right now, and I will try my best to write as much as possible. But then I have another idea for when I come back from work. If I have a busy shift again, I probably will not feel like writing. But I wanted to start a short story collection that I have somewhere there, and see whether I get inspired or something. Because if you watched my previous video, I talked about how a great advice for writing good stories is to read short stories. So yeah, I'll try doing that, but more about this later. Now, let's get to work. So it's Sunday and I didn't update you yesterday, but that's because I came back from work really late yesterday and I was so tired. I just had the dinner and the lunch and went to bed. So I was dead. But today, since I'm working every day for the next 2 weeks, I was given the day off. So we decided to go on a walk around here. So this is what we're doing later. But now it is 9 AM. I woke up around an hour ago. I washed my hair, did my skincare thingy, and now I'm ready to do some stuff before we leave for our walk. And I decided to start, before working on the story, I decided to start reading this short story collection, To Cut a Long Story Short, by Jeffrey Archer. It is a short story collection I got from a charity bookshop a long time ago when they were still open, and I haven't started it, but I decided that it would be good to start reading short stories while I'm writing a short story. So yeah, and I have this habit that I'm trying from like a month, and it's been amazing, by the way, game changer, to read for 15 minutes before I start my day. Like, this is part of my morning routine and it's been very helpful. So I decided to do that, and then I will try working a bit on the short story before we go out. So yeah, now let's get reading. So we are very quickly moving to the kitchen to prepare a quick snack for our walk, and then we'll spend some time writing while this is cooking. Yeah, the street decided to be loud now, but yeah, then we will go for a walk. Now let's get some writing in while I wait for the puff pastry snack that I'm making to be ready. Yeah, I don't know how much work I'll be able to do, but let's just get started and see where we go. few hours later. It's actually a bit over 6 and we just came back. It was an amazing walk. We went to a town nearby. It's not exactly a town, it's more like a neighborhood of Dundee. It's called Broughty Ferry. It's like a very small cute village with a castle and beach. And we went there on foot, we walked there and we had a walk around the town, and then we noticed those bikes you can hire, and we decided to get one and ride all the way back to Dundee. And then because we didn't want to let the bikes go so soon, we decided to ride around the riverside of Dundee. So we did that, and in the end we walked around 15 kilometers and we rode the bikes for 13 kilometers. So yeah, it's almost 30 kilometers today and we are tired. But now I have some studying to do. I'm researching some things for an important essay that I have due. So I'll first do that and then I will spend some more time working on the story. But although I'm feeling tired physically, I'm really energized and my soul is filled by this amazing walk today. The weather was just gorgeous and it was just an amazing walk. So yeah, I feel very inspired, I feel very motivated. I just have to do some work first and then I'll be able to write. What a surprise! It is Monday. I didn't write anything else yesterday, but in my defense, I was tired and I had to do a lot of research for this essay that I'm writing, and it is due very soon. So that was urgent, and I still have some research to do, well, a lot of research to do, but I'll do this later today. But first, I will go get changed now. I'll make myself a cup of coffee and spend some more time reading short stories. And then I'm planning to spend some more time working on my short story before my first class for the day. But first, coffee. So it is 15 minutes past 11 and my class just ended, and now I'm going to work some more on the story before I have to go and continue researching for my essay, and then I'll have my literature class, and then I'll probably have to go to work because I said I'm working this week, so I'll see. But now I will have a timer for 30 or 40 minutes. I'll just see and spend all this time writing, and then I will update you again. It's Tuesday and I am ready to start writing again. It is currently 11:30 and I did my workout in the morning, I had a class, and now my class is over and I'm ready to start writing. Yesterday I didn't write more, but I'm fairly happy because I did spend some time writing before I went to work, and I'm happy with my progress for yesterday. But yeah, I didn't have such a long shift yesterday, but when I came back I started editing a video for today. Well, today is Tuesday for me, and I started editing a video and then had dinner and went to bed because I was tired. It was a long day. But yeah, today I am at work again, but I have plenty of time until then. I have a few other things that I need to do today, but I wanted to start with writing. So yeah, the thing is that my story is currently at so it's currently at 4,494 words. So I told I would make it, I'll give myself a maximum word count that I can reach, and that for me would be 8,000. As usually, short stories are somewhere between 5,000 and 7,000 words, but I've read in multiple places that a short story might be up to 10,000 words, but that's rare. So 8,000 words, I feel like it's a good compromise. So yeah, I'll try to stick to that. So I have around not that many words to finish my story, but I've already established the characters, I've already established the stakes and created, no, it's not a conflict exactly, but it's like the inciting incident, the thing that starts our stuff for the rest of the story. So I think I'll be able to work with this now and make it happen. I'm really enjoying writing this short story. It's fun, it's very enjoyable. I'm loving all of my characters and they're very distinct. It's not usual for me because I have to research my characters, I have to make character profiles for like when I'm writing a novel. But with this short story, it was just very easy. I started writing and the characters just popped in my head and they already feel very real to me. So yeah, now let's get writing. So it's currently almost 11 and I came back from work earlier than this, but I had some work for another video that I'm planning to film tomorrow, so I did that first and now I'll be able to work a bit on the story. But if I have to be honest, I'm very sleepy, I'm so tired. I don't know why exactly, but I'm really sleepy, so I don't know how much writing I'll be able to get done. But I still want to work a bit on the story because I have to finish it tomorrow and I still have a few things that I want to write. Well, I need to write the ending, so I do need to do that now. And yeah, I probably won't be able to finish it today. I'll finish it tomorrow, but I want to get some work done so it's easier for me tomorrow. So yeah, let's get writing. So it is Wednesday once more and this is the end of the challenge. I am so happy I started doing this because I was a bit afraid because I've never written a real short story before, so I was worried whether I'll be able to do so or whether it would be for me. But I'm so happy I did. I'm loving this story so much. I haven't finished yet, I will do that now, but I love it already. And yeah, I worked some more yesterday after work, so yeah, I'm fairly certain that I'll be able to finish it now. I don't have that much left to say. I just need the epiphanies of my characters and the ending, and I have around 1,400 words, so I'm hoping I can fit in this not deadline, but word count limit that I gave myself. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I will finish my coffee while writing and then I will update you with all my thoughts and my experience with this challenge. So that was it, that was the end of the story and I honestly loved it so much. Again, it is 7,769 words, okay, but this is with the title and the end, so yeah. and I am so happy with how it turned out. But we are not ready yet because we have to check whether we accomplished everything, or at least almost everything, from the random plot generator. So let's see. One of my characters had to be a man in his late 40s who is very judgmental, and we have this guy. His name is Philip, and he has actually won a radio competition and he is going to Cuba. And the thing is that he wasn't calling because he was trying to win the competition. He was calling because he wanted to complain about the song that's brainwashing the new generation. And I loved creating his character because he is really judgmental. And what I did with the story is I was switching between POVs, and I was writing their name and then writing from their POV, which was a great thing. I haven't done this before in this manner, so it was fun to do. It was fun to experiment with their very different because they have very different personalities. Those four characters have very different personalities, and it was fun seeing the world from their eyes for a while and then switching the POV. And when I was writing from Philip's POV, the judgmental man, it was fun because he was looking at the people, because they are at an airport. This is another thing from the random plot generator, and they're at an airport and he's looking around the people and he is judging everyone. So yeah, that was cool, but at the end he has his epiphany like everyone else. Then the other character had to be a woman in her late 30s who is very anxious, and we do have her as well. Her name is Eleanor, and she was supposed to be on this trip with her husband, Jim. But it's an anniversary trip that she wanted to surprise him with, but he actually forgot that it's their anniversary week, as she calls it, and he is not there because she's mad at him and she decides to go alone. But because she's very anxious, it was also really interesting to create her character and to describe the things from her personality, because she is she's not very trusting towards other people, and she is trying to be really reserved and keep to herself. But at the same time, it is funny because she is mad at that man and she wants to comment on this with someone. So yeah, it was nice commenting on her character, and in the end she realizes something that is very important. Then we have the setting that it had to be at an airport, it had to begin at an airport, and it did, which gave me actually the whole idea for the story. Because what's a place where you can gather very random people, because those people are very different, that don't know each other, and have them actually interact. So the airport was a great setting. Then I had a situation, a wedding anniversary was forgotten. This is Eleanor and Jim. The theme had to be a story about greed. And what I did here was that Philip was actually being so judgmental because he was greedy, and he is leading a very normal life, but he always assumes that other people have a much better life, and he doesn't account for the things that everyone goes through something. And even if someone appears to have a perfect life, they might be going through something that you don't see, which at the end, when they're sharing their stories, he realizes, and yeah, he is trying to overcome his greed. Then a character action. Your character has to make some difficult compromises in order to succeed. This I don't think I've exactly explored, because well, they do change their ways at the end, but I'm not sure what it's compromises exactly, but that's fine. Then from the second generator that I used, we had to have a bartender who is past prime. His name is Alan, and he is a sweetheart. He actually starts the whole thing because he gets them talking. And the thing is that he was working at a bar in London. They are in London, they're at the airport, Heathrow Airport in London. And the thing is that he was working in London in a bar, but they didn't exactly fire him, but they told him that it's time to just step back and give chance to the new generations. At which he gets really mad, and he decides to go to Cuba. They're all going there, and he decides to go there thinking that they would give him a chance and they would appreciate his experience more. And through the whole book, he is in denial, which is something that will be part of the plot generator later. So he is in denial that he is past prime now, and he thinks that it's just the people in London that are not appreciating him enough, and that Cuba will give him a new chance. But the thing is that he has very good people skills, people talking skills and communication skills. This is his main pride in life, but he thinks that this is only happening when he's at the bar. But he gets him talking at the airport, he fixes the situation in a way. So yeah, then he realizes that it's not the place, it's not the job, it's himself. And then one of the other characters that I'll introduce in a bit tells him that it's just the end of a chapter, but it's not the end of the book, and he's just opening a new chapter. And then Alan decides that it is true that his working days might be over, but he can relax and try and find something else that he likes to do. So he decides to take up cooking or baking. And then the other character is a bodyguard who has a poker face. I'm not sure he has a poker face, but he is a young guy. His name is Aristotle, and the thing is that he's very serious and very practical, and he is on his mission to become more spontaneous and more romantic, because he's recently his girlfriend for 6 months has recently broken up with him because she is tired of him being so practical and so organized all the time. So he has decided, he has read this blog somewhere that a change of setting, a change of scenery would be good. So he decides to go to Cuba, and because he is trying to get spontaneous, he has this very detailed plan on an Excel spreadsheet, a very detailed plan about how he is going to become more spontaneous. But talking to the others through the story teaches him that being spontaneous is not about deciding to be spontaneous and just taking small steps to do something that you wouldn't normally do, or just learning to actually live in the present instead of pretending to be living in the present. And then he throws away his spreadsheet plan, which is great. And the thing is that in the second plot generator, it generated the plot. And what it says is, it's a contemporary romance story about how beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It kicks off the car park with the sentence, "I'm learning about important dates in history, want to be one of them." And I had to use this, and I actually found a great way to do so. As I said, Aristotle is trying to be more romantic and more spontaneous. So he is waiting at the car park at the airport, and he's reading the blog on his phone. And one of the things, he's reading random successful pickup lines or something like this. And he actually tries this on Eleanor. He doesn't know her yet, but she is lost at the car park, and she asks him, but he decides to try and use the phrase, which goes not exactly as he thought, and that's a very awkward moment, and then he apologizes when he meets her again. But yeah, I used that. Then the story, someone in the story is in denial about something. Oh, sorry, I am sleepy. So someone in the story is in denial about something. This is Alan. He's in denial that he's past his prime. Then we have, there is a twist. There are 2 rejected proposals. I don't really have rejected proposals, so skip that part. But apart from this is all I have from the random plot generators, and I have covered everything apart from that. So I'm really happy with how the story turned out, and I actually loved my characters. I love them. I've known them for a week, but I already love them, and I'm so happy with the story. I'm looking forward to editing it, and yeah, it is finished. I just want to edit it and read it again because I love those characters. And it was funny switching between their POVs. I have it like I have their different names and then their POV. It was just great. And the thing is that when you're trying to write from first person perspective, which is something that I don't normally do, but now I want to, and I want to experiment more with first person POV. This is something I've done a lot this year. So yeah, I am really happy with how this turned out, and writing in first person POV is very useful because you can show so much about their character, so much about their personality just by the way they're speaking and the way they see the world, and they comment on different things. So that was a great experience and a great writing lesson actually. So I'm happy and challenged myself. I'm so happy I wrote this short story. I will sure write more short stories in the future. Maybe I'll use again the plot generator and see what happens, because otherwise I wouldn't have thought about this story, but I did, and I love it. It is one of the things I'm most proud with, and yeah, just love it so much. I don't know why, I love everything about it, and it's so rewarding to see something finish in such a short amount of time, because you know, with novels it is still rewarding, and I won't change this. I am a novel girl. I will continue writing my novels, but the thing is that you spend so much time working on the first draft. Well, not that much time, but you spend a lot longer than a week, and somehow it's just a different feeling. Writing this in a week is amazing. And a few things that writing short stories taught me, apart from the switching of POVs, is how you can say a lot in less words, and how you can use symbolism and little details, little key details that tell a lot. Because in short stories you are restricted by the word count in a way, so you are trying to say as much as possible in as little words as you can. And I think I will implement a few of the things that I learned during this experiment in my novel writing, because just those meaningful, the use of symbolism that I used in this novel right here, short story right here, and the little key details that I used from time to time, I will be using this in my novels as well. And I will experiment more with first-person POV. I'm actually now thinking of rewriting one of my novels in first-person POV. Not Project Decameron, the one that I'm editing now, my previous novel. But this is a topic for another video. And apart from this, I enjoyed reading the short stories as well. The short story collection is here. I enjoyed this. I'll finish this definitely, and I'll read more short story collections. So if you have any recommendations, please leave them down below. And yeah, I think this is it. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on my new videos. Please let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed this writing experiment, and what type of short stories do you usually write. Yeah, thank you again for watching, and I really hope to see you all next time. And until then, have a smiley week. Bye!